Good afternoon, America. Good afternoon, America. It's Michael Duncan Foster here. Michael Duncan Foster right here at the right time, at the right place, always. And where am I at right now? Well, as you see, the American flag. Okay, I'm at another Veterans Memorial. Where am I? I am at the Houston Heights World War II Memorial Plaza. Houston Heights World War II Memorial Plaza. And these plaques here are all the people that have served here in Houston Heights. And there's quite a lot to pay memorial and respect to. And here, let me read you a plaque really quick. It says right here, it says, "It's the soldier. When the country has been in need, it has always been the soldier. It's the soldier, not the newspaper, who has given us the freedom of the press." Freedom of press. We don't have freedom of press right now. It's fake news. Okay? It's the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech right now. You know, we don't have freedom of speech. We used to when we stuck up for our Constitution. But they brainwashed us and they've taken our freedom of speech away. It's the soldier, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to demonstrate. You can't demonstrate really on campuses anymore unless you align with their policies and their rules and their politics. Freedom is not free. It costs lives. But all these lives, our government right now is pissing on all our rights and all our freedoms. They're pissing all over the graves of the people who have fought and died for this country. It says, "It's the soldier who salutes the flag and serves under the flag. It's the soldiers whose coffin is draped with the flag who allows the protester to burn the flag." You burn the flag, you burn our freedom. It represents freedom. It represents a melting pot. You know, we need to break down the boundaries here. The government divides us. They divide us. The Congress and the House of Representatives are the ones that create the prejudices. That's where it comes from. That's where it originates. They never switch over to new. So they're creating the problem. And we are in the snakehead wars. And it says, "And it's the soldier who is called upon to defend our country way of life." Well, that's true. To defend the country's way of life, that is true. And it says, Father Dennis Edward is the one who wrote that plaque. God bless him. God bless him. And these are all the memorials, okay, basically I'll just go through them here. Let's see. Marines land on Iwo Jima. Invasion of Okinawa. This guy got the Medal of Honor. So it's a great place to come and learn your history of some of the World War II veterans that fought. You know, that was a big war. A lot of people died in that war. Now, I'm here because I want to tell you, you know, I would hate to say that all these people, you know, were being manipulated and that we were being manipulated. But God gave me a message. God gave me a message. And I want to share this miracle message with you today. And I'd like to start off with, excuse me, I got a nasal infection. But I'd like to start off with you today by giving you a couple of definitions. Okay? Bear with me. At the end of this message, you can decide whether or not I'm crazy. But God told me a message. And I'd like to start off with a few definitions. We have a few characters in this message, okay? We have one, his name is Donald Trump, okay? The Dawn. Dawn is the morning star. Lucifer was the first morning star. The Dawn, we don't need a king. Remember the protesters saying we don't need a king? But they didn't figure out the second part. Donald Trump. He owned a casino. It's the Trump card. It's the ace up your sleeve. It's the wild card in Uno. It's the I bluffed you, I deceived you. So his name literally comes out to be King Deceiver. And what is the King Deceiver? The King Deceiver is the beast. He's the beast. And Donald Trump has had, there's some pretty odd things going on with him and his behavior. And truly God has opened up my eyes to it. One of the things he has is he's got this picture coming out right here. And this is one of the pictures that he put out on Twitter. And it says right there at the top of the picture, it says, "The world will soon understand. Nothing can stop what is coming." Okay, not only that, but if you look right there, he's got two horns right on his head. Two horns on his head. He's red like a beast. Okay, the King Deceiver is a beast. And then right there in his hand, he has a cross. He's got the Christians in the palm of his hand. This is his own picture, but this is what he's displaying. They put this out right in front of us. He's got the Christians in the palm of his hand because he's the King Deceiver. He deceived the whole world. And that's what the Bible tells you. That's what the Bible tells you. Also, there's a movie out right now. It starts with Captain. Okay, it has a superhero movie. In this movie, we got Harrison Ford. Plays Donald Trump. Donald Trump has his own movie, plays the president, plays just like him. Red hair president. And in this movie, the president turns into a red Hulk, a beast, and beats up Captain America throughout the whole movie. I've never seen Captain America get his butt beat so hard. And then at the end, it says, "Can't we just get along with the new world?" And they left out the order. You can't have order and freedom together. We're being deceived. There's traitorous acts going on around here. So, amongst other behaviors that I'm going to share with you. But now we have the second character. We had some weird behavior in the White House. Who showed up with Donald Trump? Eon. You mean, there's a movie, Elgon, Dragon, Eon, Dragon. Okay? Eon, Dragon, Musk. What is Musk? But it's a foul stench from a stag. It's like piss and sweat put together. And a stag is a pagan god. It's the pagan god. Okay, so basically his last name is defined as a stinky pagan god. And his first name, Eon, rhymes with dragon. So God told me to go look at Revelation 13. Let's see if this makes any sense at all, okay? So I'm going to start reading this, and these are our two characters here. Okay, by the way, the dragon in Revelation 13 turns into the Antichrist. So, I've solved the biggest mystery in the world, the greatest story of all time, the Bible. Now you tell me if I'm crazy. Okay, Revelation 13:1. "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." The name of blasphemy. When a principality comes up out of the sea, it enters a human. Okay, and all those crowns, heads, and horns. That's the G10 or G7, and then the peace council that he's got going on. He's preparing to take over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And I'll explain to you how this works out. It says, and the beast which I saw was unto a leopard. The beast which I saw was unto a leopard. Okay, so if Donald Trump's the beast, he's got to resemble a leopard. Now, if you're in commercial real estate, or if you're in real estate, you're looking for a good deal. You're waiting to pounce on a deal and then flip it and make some money. So you would be unto a leopard, wouldn't you, if you were in real estate? And it says, and his feet were the feet of a bear. And his feet were the feet of a bear. So if you were in commercial real estate, that's a strong foundation. And the bear has a strong foundation. So I saw It says, and the beast which I saw was unto a leopard, and his feet were that of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion. Does Donald Trump have the mouth of a lion? Yes, Donald Trump has the mouth of a lion. We know it. He looks like the beast sitting in the office seat. Okay, and the beast. Okay, it says, and the mouth was the mouth of a lion, and the dragon, Eon, the dragon, gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Did Elon Musk, they were best friends right there in the White House, did he give Donald Trump, the beast, the king deceiver, his seat, power, and authority? Yes, he did. He bought the election for him. He told the people, come out and you could win $1 million if you're the right voter. He even put on the news, if Donald Trump doesn't win, it's going to ruin me. So he the dragon definitely gave him his power and his seat and his great authority. So that goes perfect. And I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Donald Trump had a wound that seemed deadly that was healed. Someone tried to assassinate him. And then, did all the world wonder about Donald Trump? Absolutely. We all said, you mean someone tried to kill him and he lived? We all wondered. Okay, so that goes right along with it. The King Deceiver. I didn't make that name up. Don King, trump card, deceived you. King Deceiver. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave the power unto the beast. Do we worship Eon, the dragon? SpaceX, Twitter X, Tesla, the richest man in the world. Yes, we worship Eon. We surely do. We worship him. Okay, he's got the chip coming out now. Okay. So, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? When the King Deceiver, Donald Trump, got put in office, I guarantee you wondered, and so did I, okay, who is like unto Donald Trump, the beast? And who is able to make war with him? Who's going to mess with Donald Trump? We did that. Absolutely. Okay? That was Revelation 13:4. Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy. Well, we know you don't have to blaspheme God. You blaspheme everybody. Donald Trump blasphemes everybody. Okay, that's why he had on his forehead the name of blasphemy. Now, does he speak great things? Does he speak great things? Yes, he speaks great things. Make America what again? Yes, great again. Make America great again. So again, he qualifies. The parlay back and forth, like a tennis court. That's too many times. It adds up too correctly. Okay? And power was given unto him to continue for 42 months. 42 months. It even adds up to 4 years. If it was 8 years, if he was going into office, he would have 8 years, we would expect. But we know that he already had a term. So it's only 4 years. But the Bible says 42 months. Why does the Bible say that? Because he wants to take over the world. He's the beast. He's the new world order. We'll find out real quick. And he opened his mouth, 13:6 now, 13:6. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God, to blaspheme the name of his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And he opened his mouth to blaspheme God and the name of his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Did Donald Trump do that? Let's see. What is this? This is another strange behavior that our king deceiver has in office. It's another strange behavior that our king deceiver, the beast, has in office. What did he do there? They didn't even let him go back to the Vatican. He blasphemed God, the tabernacle, okay, and them that dwell in heaven with that picture. And he did, and he said some things too. So, next. 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given to him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Okay, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Right now we have a tide changing. We have these false doctrines turning point. What do you do when you turn the star, turn the point on the star? False doctrine. False doctrine. Everyone connected to that is false doctrine. Okay? Put it out there right in front of our faces. They're laughing at us. They're laughing at us. Okay? It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. So what are they doing? They're speaking out against Israel right now. Something's changing with Israel. Okay, so he's going to make war with the saints, and power was given to him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. All kindreds, tongues, and nations. This is the new world order. This has to do with the G7 and the G10, I forget what they are, and his peace council that he just came up with. They're the crowns that turn into horns that have crowns. Okay? And this is the new world order, and it's coming at the end of his term, at 42 months. All right? And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man has an ear, let him hear. If any man has an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. The Bible is the truth 100%. We lead people into captivity. We told them to come over to the land of the free, okay? And get your first class ticket to Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay. This is one-sided. This is not red or blue, okay? One-sided. And here's a good hint to let you know. MAGA is for Christians, and it stands for maggots. Maggots are supposed to be in the ground. Christians should be in the ground, dead and buried. Woke is for broke. Okay? A Republican wouldn't name his party MAGA, and a Democrat that is, whatever they want to be, wouldn't name their party woke. It's common sense. It rhymes with broke. Doesn't make sense at all. They're laughing at our face. It's one-sided. It's the snakeheads. Okay, it's the snakeheads. They're not even real. They eat, fuck, and sacrifice children. They lost 380,000 children underneath Biden's administration, and they didn't lose them. They flew them over to an island and let everyone pick them out to do that, to make sure they locked it down for the new world. Okay? Now back to what I was reading. It says, we kill with the sword. So they're coming for us. They sold us out. He sold us out. He's beating up America right now, just like in the movie. He beat up Mr. America in the movie throughout the whole movie. He's beating up America right now. There's traitorous acts going on in America. You can't have order and free at the same time. Okay, order means order in the court. Order in the court means whether you're right or wrong, the plaintiff comes and takes you away and takes you to jail. It doesn't matter. You don't get freedom of speech anymore. Okay? So, that adds up. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. Now, this is where Eon turns into the Antichrist, the dragon. It says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and it had two horns like a lamb. The lamb is Jesus, but he had two horns. So it's the anti-lamb. And he spoke as a dragon. And he spoke as a dragon. It's all going to make sense to you in a minute. Okay? And so Eon is the next one for the New World Order. He's going to run everything. And he exercised all the power of the first beast. So he's going to get all the power that Donald Trump has. Okay? The king deceiver. And before him. And causeth the earth and them which dwell thereon to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So that's how we know that they're tied together. Okay? And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. Can Eon, the dragon, make fire come down on earth in the sight of men? Yes, he can. He has satellites. He's got satellites, and you can bet they're weaponized. Okay? And guess what? He did in the sight of men. That would be the government. The government. Okay? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. And he deceived us that dwelled on the earth. Why? Because who burnt up Maui? We don't know. Who burnt up LA? We don't know. Who burnt up the lithium mines in South Carolina in the residential area? We don't know. But we saw fire come down out of the sky, and they didn't burn the blue houses and the blue cars, did they? They didn't burn the blue houses and the blue cars. And think about this too. Elon Musk, the smartest man in the world, at the inauguration of President Trump, throws up a Hitler sign. Not only that, but he wears the same jacket when he was standing in the Oval Office as Hitler wears. He threw up a Hitler sign, and then all of a sudden we had this strange fog come over our land. Think about that. You didn't have to go to the gas chamber. They're bringing it to us, okay? Everything you see is a lie. The smartest man in the world throws up he makes a mistake? No, it's not happening. Okay, that was on purpose. Just like the other lady who threw up the horns at a Christian rally after her husband died. No, this is on purpose. Turn the star. Turn the point. Okay. Okay, now. So he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Who gave him the power to do it? Who gave him the power? Satan always hates me, interrupts me. Who gave him the power to do it? Well, guess what? The king deceiver, Donald Trump, right there. He's standing next to him in office is when this happened. He gave him the power to do that, saying to them that dwell in the earth that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. And when he was in office, he put out another picture. Let me see if I can find it here. Give me a second. There we go. Right there. We want to put a big statue in Garza that says, and he had power. Okay, it says he had power to do this in the sight of the beast, saying to them that they should dwell on earth, and they should make an image of the beast, to the beast which had the deadly wound by the sword and did live. That picture that I just showed you, that's what they put out while he was in office, and he said that we should make a golden statue in Garza for Donald Trump. It says, and guess what? Revelation 13:15, it says, and he had the power to give life. He had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So once we make that statue, you mean they're making little robots, they're making big robots. The dragon, the Antichrist, has AI. He has the power to make the beast speak. He has the power to make the beast speak. Okay. Should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he calls us all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. Okay? Elon Musk owns Twitter X. He owns SpaceX. He owns, I think he owns a bank named X. He has a son named X. Okay? If you sign your name to a contract and you can't spell, you got to make your mark. What's the mark? X. Where's the gold at underneath the treasure map? Where's the gold at in the treasure map? It's under the X. If you're the king deceiver, if you're the antichrist, are you going to have a comma, a question mark, or are you going to have the mark? And X-Men is for fallen angels. Okay? Do you understand this? This is real. Now, not only that, but Twitter X has 3 X's, and in that it has a compass and a square, and a compass and a square is a secret society. Don't buy secrets, guys. Get out. I love you. Don't buy secrets. You're supposed to see everything before you buy it. Get out now, okay? I love you. I'm telling you the truth. But in the compass and square, they have 33 degrees. 3 X's on Twitter X. 33 degrees. Okay? 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. He's got the bank. He's got the internet. He's got the AI. He's definitely the one coming out with the mark. And the mark is an X. It's the only mark. It's the mark. It's the man that has the mark is going to have that mark. It's his name and it's him. Okay? And it says, and that no man might buy, sell, save, that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, on or the number of his name. Either has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And that's exactly what they qualify for there. Also, this Neuralink thing in the Greek alphabet comes out to be 666. They're playing us. Okay? Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666. Now, this is, and that's Revelation 13, 18. That's the whole Revelation 13. Okay, 18 verses out of Revelation 13. That's exactly the truth. The Bible is the truth. It's always told you the truth. They've always lied and tried to cover it up. Basically, we're 7 chess moves away from Jesus. That's why there's no answers for anything. And what they're trying to do out here is not help us. They're causing drama in every direction. They're trying to get humans to kill humans. And what I mean by that is this is ran by Satan. If he's the beast, he's Satan. And Satan is the serpent. Okay? Why are they snakeheads? I've done this. I have experience in this. And God showed me this. This is what happens when you open up your kundalini, when you mess with satanic rituals and stuff like that. You become a snakehead. You become a snakehead. This is, you open up the door that no man can shut but Jesus. And I've been dealing with spiritual warfare ever since I opened up my third eye. But I don't like snakes. God didn't put it in me. I'm the truth. I'd rather die. These people here are being ran by them. They're in the book of Enoch says that they sacrifice our children to demons, okay, to demonic forces and serpents. The cosmic serpent, all the serpents are Satan. They're all one religion. This is a 6,000-year-old secret that's coming to life here. But yes, they're not even human because Satan is an alien. He got thrown down to earth and he's an alien and he's been controlling this world since the beginning of time, just like the Bible says. Now, if you believe the Bible and the birth pains are true, the famines, the pestilence, the earthquakes, then everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. If you believe the government, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Okay? They're not trying to help us. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to cause drama. They're trying to cause division. They're trying to cause hate. These people are not even human. They are body snatched. They're body snatched by these serpents. Satan had a whole bunch of babies. This whole spiritual world, there's pictures out there. You need to look it up. It's just, it's all ran by Satan. And anyone who taps into that gets infected. We're all infected. Okay? We're all infected. But this is the tree of life and spiritual journey. And I can tell you more about that later, but I just want you to know that Revelation 13 is the truth. It's the truth. Go through it again. It's the truth. And these are the end of times. And all you can do is believe in Jesus, and get prepared. Get prepared. I am the resistance. I'm Sean O'Connor, the resistance. I'm resisting against the snakeheads, because they're possessed. They're not even real humans. The aliens, Satan's an alien. Robots, they own the robots. They're bringing the robots. They're going to come and get us. If we don't start child fuckers and child sacrificers, they fuck and eat our children. They're not human. You eat children, you're not human. You can't put your politics in front of your children. The bottom line is, you can't vote for child fuckers. You can't vote, you can't endorse child fuckers. And that government is infested. It's infected with these people. Okay, they got our own island. Poor people don't have an island to go fuck children. Okay, it's the rich people that's got the problem. They're not even real. They're not even real people. They've been body snatched. And this is my warning to you. I hope you can see the light. And then you can see that everything that we eat, touch, sleep, smell, is poisonous. It's poisonous. They're trying to kill us. Okay? They feed us stuff that's worse than dollar up a tree cat food. You can get more protein in a hot dog than what you can get at these fast food places. Now that's the miracle message. That's the message that changes everything. That makes you think, how deep does it go? Well, the Bible's the truth. So the world is flat. You tell me. They're lied to us from the beginning, from the very beginning. Nothing but lies. And all you're watching on TV is The Simpsons. Turn it off. You're just watching The Simpsons on TV. Okay? Someone go arrest The Simpsons before they ruin the whole world. Anyway, that's what I got to you. That's what I'm riding for. Be prepared. God is real. Jesus is real. I walk with the Holy Spirit. That message right there is probably the biggest miracle of all time. If it's true, that's happened in our lifetimes. Peace and love to the world. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Texas. Texas, we need to shut our borders. We're Christians here. Where do you think they're going to come? Right in the middle of the United States and take out the Christians. We need to shut our borders and tell them we are not going to be a part of your stuff anymore. Okay? Wake up, Texans. Wake up. That's what I'm riding for. I'm riding to sound the alarm, to wake you up. We need to separate ourselves from these people because they're going to try and stick snakes up our ass, and they're coming for us, and they're coming for our children, and they're coming for our guns. Okay? So, until next time, it's Michael Duncan Foster. Michael Duncan Foster right here at the Heights World War II Memorial Plaza. The Heights World War II Memorial Plaza. God bless you. God bless God. I love you, the one watching. Subscribe today. It's time to die for our children today, or we're going to turn into snakehead child fuckers tomorrow. Peace.